Thank you. And thank everyone for joining us today. Or I should say maybe tonight, because it sounds like we've got people all over the world. Some are it's nighttime, some it is daytime maybe for them. I thank you all for coming tonight to this class with public speaking. And yes, you will become more confident with your English skills when you do public speaking, because you're using your mouth, you're having to say things to people, and you have to be clear when you say things to people. So I'm glad that you've all decided to join us tonight. Now, I have 4 rules for my classes. They're not too difficult, but they are rules that I like to make sure we all follow. The first one is camera is on when class is on. Does anyone know why that's a rule? Yes, Oliver?
Because teacher can see you, then teacher can know you're listening to him.
Very good, Oliver. Those are 2 good reasons why I like the camera on. One is, as a speaker, I need to be looking at my audience to make sure that they're paying attention. If I see somebody in the audience doing this, what does that tell me? If you saw somebody looking like this, what would that mean to you?
Boring.
Boring, yes, they're bored. If you saw somebody yawning, maybe they're tired, maybe they're bored. So even when we're speaking, we need to look at other people, make sure they look like they are listening to us still. There is another reason that I want cameras on when class is on, besides the reasons Oliver gave us. Does anyone know? Ah, interesting. Okay, let me demonstrate for you and see if you would like this. Now, let me see. I'm not used to. I got to find my Oh, here, hold on. Okay, how does this look for everybody? If I was to do class like this, would everyone be happy? What do you guys think? Is this good? Should I do the whole class like this? I don't think so. Because if my camera's off, you can't really see me. You might as well just listen to me on your headphones. There's no need to really watch. So it's also for us as the audience so that we can see you when you're talking, and we can see your expressions, your gestures. If you say, I caught a fish and it was this big. But if your camera's off, we won't see that gesture. We wouldn't see that the fish was that big. So that's the reason for cameras on while class is on. Another rule of my classes is that we have pen and, I only have a notebook, pen and paper. It's been proven that when you write, look at that. I don't know if that's Herbert or Herman, but somebody has pen and paper and they're holding it up for me to see. That's very good. Pen and paper are good because they allow you to take notes. And notes, when you take a note in a class, Emily's good too. Nice. I love when I see the pen and paper. Notes are good because that helps your brain remember more when you write notes. So I like to write lots of notes. Now, some people say, teacher, I like to type into my doc. Okay, you want to type into a doc, you can type into a doc. But I like pen and paper. And for those that are wondering, yes, it could still be a pencil. It doesn't need to be a pen. Okay, so that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is be respectful and attentive in class. You know, when we're speaking, it's nice for people to pay attention to us. So I'm delighted that everyone's paying attention to me right now. But when we all get a chance to speak, and some of you are going to get a chance to speak today, I want everyone to be listening to that person as they speak and watching them. So we're going to be respectful and attentive while in class. Our final rule is to have fun. All right, that's our final rule. That might be the easiest rule to have, but I think when you learn and it's fun, you're going to want to learn more. That's what I think. So there you go. There's my 4 rules. Now let's test you and see if you were listening. Let's see, who can I get to test here? Let's see, Victor. Victor, what's one of my rules? Let's see if Victor was listening.
Don't close the camera.
Nice. Victor got the camera rule. Very nice, Victor. Emily, what was another rule that I had?
You need to get a paper or a book and get a pen like that.
Nice. Nice. All right, we're 2 for 2. Let's go to Herbert or Herman, whichever one wants to answer. What's another rule I said? Oh, they're getting trickier because there's only 2 left now. We have camera on. We have pen and paper. What were the other 2 rules? Uh-oh. Should I come back to you guys?
Don't.
Ah, yes, thank you. Is that Herbert or Herman? Who did the faces? Oh, it's a mystery. I don't know who it is. Well, whoever it was, congratulations. You got one right. Be respectful and attentive. Absolutely correct. All right, and let's see. Who knows the last one? Who knows the last rule? Yes, Oliver.
Have fun.
Yeah. Nice. Everyone's listening today. That's good. I like to hear that. All right. Now, I know a little bit about you because some of you said I live in China. Some of you said I'm in Vancouver. We've got people from Canada here. You don't know much about me. Uncle Michael said I'm a Toastmaster, but I don't know if you know what a Toastmaster is. A Toastmaster is somebody who goes and learns public speaking as an adult. And I've been doing that for 10 years. But I'm going to give you a little game I like to play called 2 truths and 1 lie. All right? I'm going to tell you 3 things about me. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is a lie. I want you to tell me what you think I'm lying about. Okay? Here's the first thing. I was once interviewed on television. That's my first thing. My second thing is I'm left-handed. And my third thing is the longest plane ride I've ever taken is 10 hours. 10-hour plane ride. Okay, those are my 3 things. I want to hear from you. What is not true? What do you think is not true about me? Let's ask, let me see, who can I ask here? Let's ask, what about Alexander? Alexander, do you think you know what one is not true? I've been interviewed for TV. I'm left-handed. And my longest plane ride was 10 hours.
Actually, I think the first 2 things is true, but I don't think the third one is true.
Okay, you don't think my longest plane ride was 10 hours. Okay, I'm going to make a note of this. So we have 1 vote for the airplane ride. Thank you, Alexander. Let's hear from Victor. Victor, what do you think I'm not telling the truth about?
You got interviewed on TV.
Ah, okay, a vote for the interview one. Okay, very good. How about Emily? What does Emily think I'm not telling the truth about?
Not choosing is maybe second.
That I'm left-handed? Okay, well, that means somebody is right because you've each picked one. All right. Oliver, what is your vote?
I vote for the first one.
The first one, the interview.
Because when I fly from China to Vancouver, it took 11 hours, and I think it's possible. And then left-handed, when I was in China school, my classmates, one is left-handed, so I think it may be possible.
Very good thinking there, Oliver. I like your thinking on that. Okay, so Oliver's going with the interview. All right, let's hear from Devin. What does Devin think I'm not telling the truth about? Oh, Devin, I can't quite hear you if you're talking. Oh, maybe your microphone is not good.
I think it's the second one.
You think maybe the second one? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Devin thinks the second one. That's the left-handed. Okay. And finally, Herbert and Herman. What do you guys think I'm not telling the truth on?
First.
The first. Okay, that was the interview. All right, so 3 of you think I did not get interviewed on television. 2 of you think I'm not left-handed. And 1 of you thinks I haven't been on a plane that rides for 10 hours. Here we go. I'm going to tell you one of them that was true. And that is, I'm left-handed. Oh, okay. So whoever said I was lying about left-handed, they're unfortunately incorrect. I am left-handed, although it doesn't look like it may be on your screen, but I am left-handed. So there you go. I'm the only one in my family that's left-handed. Is anybody here left-handed? No. Oh, so I'm still unique. Not many people are. I think there's only 25% of the world is left-handed. So there you go. I'm left-handed. All right. So I was either telling a lie about the airplane or about being interviewed on TV. Which one was it? Here it comes. I'll do the one that was the lie. And I want to congratulate Alexander. He was the only one to know my lie. I have never been on a plane ride for 10 hours. Good job, Alexander. Very good job. I should give you a prize. I'll give you a clap instead. My longest flight has been about 5 hours. 5 hours. Although it sounds like Oliver's been on one that's 11 hours. Oh my goodness. Has anyone been on a plane longer than 11 hours? That's a long flight. Oh, Alexander says he's been on one longer. Oh, Oliver, you've been on one longer than that?
No. One of my friends from China fly to Toronto. It's maybe 14 hours.
Wow. Wow, that is a long time. Alexander, how long was your flight?
Well, when I went from China to I think that's Chicago, and I went about 15 hours.
Wow. Wow, that is a long flight. That's like going to Toronto, so that's a long one. Very good. Yeah, I don't know if I could last on a long flight. like that. That's a long time. Although I guess you can go to sleep, maybe, and you get to watch lots of movies or TV shows or something. I don't know. Very good, class. So Alexander's good at spotting my lies. Now, for those wondering, what were you interviewed for, Teacher Steve? Well, I was interviewed for my public speaking classes. Somebody in the news said they wanted to talk to me about it because they thought it was interesting that I was teaching young people how to speak for public speaking online. They thought that was interesting. So they did an interview with me and two of my students. So it was kind of fun to do. But I have to tell you, when they told me they were going to interview me on TV, I was very nervous, shaking inside. Which brings me to my next point. Now, I'm going to try to do something here. Let's see if this works, because it looks like, let's see if it works.
Recording in progress.
Hold on. So there you go. There were my two things about me, and I was interviewed on TV, but I did get nervous. Now, I'll open it up to the room. Does anybody want to try to stump us with three things about them? Two of them are true, one's a lie. Does anybody want to try to stump me or the audience with three things about them? Some of them are thinking. And I must say, I love Herbert and Herman's background. All those shelves, very cool behind them. All right, I'll ask you later if you want to do this game. Maybe I'll give you time to think about it. All right. Okay, now, I want to ask the class, how can you tell when someone's nervous when they're talking to you or when they're doing a presentation? Are there things that people do that would tell you, uh-oh, this person's nervous right now? Can you think of any? Victor, can you think of one?
By looking at their face.
Ah, and what would their face look like, Victor, if they were nervous?
Like sweaty or like.
Nice. Yeah, sweaty. Sweaty is definitely one that you could tell, uh-oh, this person looks like they're nervous. They're sweating a lot. Here's another one that you can tell from people's faces. Let me see if you think this looks nervous to you. Ready? Hi, class. I'm really excited to be here today. It's going to be a fun class. I only have 4 rules for you. What am I doing that might make you think, uh-oh, he's nervous? What was I doing there? Yes, Oliver?
You just lower your head and you didn't look at us, and it just looked like nervous.
Yes, yes. If you lower your head, it's like you're not confident. You're not sure of yourself, so you're going to lower your head. I have a friend, and I have to take my glasses off for this one. I have a friend in Toastmasters. He does this when he talks to us. Good evening. I'm really excited to be here for my speech tonight, and I hope you all are excited to see me here. He closes his eyes. That's another sign that you're nervous. We do this because we're nervous and we think, oh, if we don't look at them, I won't be as nervous. So we either close our eyes, we look down, or as Victor says, we get sweaty. And when we get sweaty, that's another sign we're nervous. All right, let me do one more here. And let me see if you can tell if you think I'm nervous or not, okay? Here we go. So when I was interviewed on TV by the people at the news station, they asked me about 4 questions. Now, I found their questions to be rather difficult to answer. They were kind of tough, but I enjoyed answering them. Am I doing anything wrong right now? Or am I doing something where you would say, I think he's nervous? Emily? No, says Oliver. Okay. What do you think of somebody doing this all the time, though, when they're talking to you?
It's like say, don't worry, want like nothing.
Yeah, it's like, do you find this distracting if I'm always moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
I don't think they want to talk to you actually. Actually, if they want, they just like not very how do you say? I don't know.
not very confident.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. If you go to my YouTube channel, and yes, I do have a YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see the very first speech I ever did at Toastmasters. And in that speech, for the entire time I was speaking, now I was walking there, I was standing up, and I was doing this. I was walking back and forth for the whole speech. I walked back and forth because I was nervous. It's called fidgeting. Sometimes people fidget when they talk. The other one that I have to be careful of is some people will put pens in their hands and do things with their hands. Some people will spin pens around in their fingers while they're talking. None of these are good because they're going to distract you. You're probably looking right now at the pen and not at me. And you may not even be listening to what I'm saying right now because you're like, what's he doing with that pen? We don't want people to be distracted by us when we're doing our speaking. We want them to be focused on us, not on the pen, not on the rocking back and forth, not on doing things with our fingers. None of those things are good for a speaker. Okay, let me see here. Oh, let me see here. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to share my screen. Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. Now I put a camera. Speaking on a camera is a lot different than speaking in front of an audience. It is a lot different. Let me see if I can catch up here. Uh-oh. Catch up to my things. Oh, there's my class rules. See, I did them in different order, but there's my class rules. There's the 2 truths and a lie. There's my thing. Oh, I changed one of them. It's still true though. My son is a ballet dancer. All right, so let's get into the basics of public speaking. If we're going to stand up in front of an audience, what are some things that we have to do with our public speaking? One of them is we have to write our speech. You have to write your presentation. You have to tell people, what am I going to tell you today? So that they understand what you're going to tell them today. And that takes some time because you got to think about it. What am I going to tell them about this trip I took? This trip from China to Chicago. What could I tell them in that speech about the trip? So your speech construction is important. The words you choose and what you write down is very important. The other thing is your voice, which I call vocal variety. Now, vocal variety is interesting. I'm going to do something here. I want you to tell me if you think this is good use of voice or maybe not so good use of voice. Okay, here we go. Good evening. Today I'm going to talk about a subject I'm really excited about. It's the video game Minecraft. You can do so much in Minecraft. In fact, I have made many buildings there. Some of them are quite big and large. How was my voice?
Like robot.
Like a robot, says Oliver. Alexander was laughing. Alexander, why were you laughing? Do you think it was like a robot?
Yeah, I think because it just sounds weird, indeed.
Yes, it does sound weird. And yet there are people that talk like that sometimes. And it's very funny when they do it because it has no energy. It has no excitement. In fact, when I said at the start, I'm very excited to talk to you about Minecraft, I don't sound very excited. I sound like I'm bored a little bit. So you may want to write this one down, and I'll put it in the chat for everybody. Oliver's word was good, that it's robotic. But the real word for it is monotone. Monotone. Mono in Latin means one. So it means you're speaking with one tone. All right. Not good. Not good to speak like that because the audience is going to get bored. If I was just talking like this all the time, you would probably not like my classes too much. In fact, I may put you to sleep. Okay, so that's monotone. One tone, one tone. There's another one that sometimes people use. This is going to sound really funny. I'll try to do it.
He does.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm really excited to talk to you about Minecraft. Minecraft is a great game. You can make lots of buildings. In fact, I've made lots of them myself. How did that sound, Victor?
Indeed.
What's Victor say?
Like weird.
It sounded weird, says Victor. Yes, Emily, what do you think of that talk? Oh, unmute Emily.
It's listening like you're singing.
Yes, I love that. It sounds like I'm singing. Very good, Emily. I like that. There are people that will talk like that. It sounds like everything is a question when you are talking like this because your voice goes up at the end. Okay, so it's not a good thing. Now that one that I just did, where it sounded like I was singing, according to Emily, that one's called up talk. Everything goes up at the end when you are talking, and it's annoying. It's annoying. And if you listen, you will hear people talk like this from time to time. That's also not good. Not good to be up talk. We want our voices to go up and down. We want them to get excited about some things and then maybe quiet about something else. We want both. We don't want everything always the same. And we certainly don't want words that go up talk. All right, this class is doing very good so far. Let's go back to our list here and see. Word choices are our next thought. Now, you remember, I said when we write our speeches, we have to be careful. What are we going to tell the audience? What words are we going to use here? You could write out the best speech ever, but there may be an opportunity. How would I say this? There may be an opportunity to still improve it, because sometimes we use what is called a filler word. Okay, a filler word or a crutch word. Filler word or crutch word. Has anyone heard those things before? Because some people have. Anybody know? No, okay, I'll explain them to you. Filler words and crutch words are things that our brain sometimes says, oh, you better put this in.
and they make us say it. Well, they don't make us say it, but we say it anyway. I'll give you an example. Some filler words could be you know, okay, so. These are all what we would call filler words or crutch words. Now, what could this sound like? This could sound like this. So, like, I really, like to, play Minecraft and stuff. And like, yeah, I like to build stuff, like buildings and that in Minecraft. And I really like when like there's animals and stuff around my buildings, because then it's really cool. All right, did everyone catch all those filler words?
Yeah.
It makes it hard to understand what the person is saying because there's so many extra words coming in. This could also come out when we're nervous. Sometimes when we're nervous, we'll start to say these things. Why is stuff not a good word? I like to play video games and stuff. Yes, Victor.
Like you're not telling what you like.
Yes. It's not specific enough. It's not specific enough. I like movies with lots of action and stuff. What stuff? Do you like movies with jokes? Do you like movies with explosions? We don't know because you just said stuff. You didn't tell us specifically what you wanted or what you liked. Now, you got to be careful with filler words. Some teachers tell you you can't say any filler words. You can't say any. I don't think that is possible for most people. That's really tough. In fact, if you were really listening tonight, you've heard me say, and I've probably done an or two. It's okay if it's a little bit. It's not okay when it becomes every other word or lots of words. I was about to say okay. That's another filler word. Don't say okay. Okay. Oh, I just said it. All right. Now, I want to just take a break here from class for 1 second. I want to see Herbert. Who's Herbert? Which one is Herbert? Herbert, nice. And then that's Herman. Okay. Herbert, what is one thing you like to do when you're not at school? Is there something you like to do, Herbert, when you're not at school?
Reading book.
Oh. And do you have a favorite book? Nice. I like people that can read.
Avengers.
Oh, I like that one. Do you like Iron Man?
Yes.
Nice.
I like Spider-Man, Elman, Thor.
You like Thor?
So
Nice.
And Hulk.
Oh, who said Hulk? Oh,
Me.
Albert said Hulk. Oh, Doctor Strange.
And Black Widow, Hawkeye.
Nice. Yes. Oh, wow. Everyone knows the Avengers here. I like Doctor Strange because he has a good name.
Yeah.
Steve Strange. Or Steven. I think he goes by Steven.
Yeah, he's Steven.
Yeah.
And the Captain America, Steve Rogers.
There's yes, there's two Steve. superheroes. Nice. Now, Herman, do you like the Avengers too? Herman?
Yes.
You like the Avengers too. Who's your
And
favorite
Transformers.
hero? And
Yeah,
Transformers?
Transformers. Yeah. Yes. I don't like Transformers.
Oh, Herbert doesn't like Transformers, but Herman does. Interesting. And why do you like Transformers, Herman? Why do you like them?
Transformers is very big.
Ah, they are very big. They are very big. But isn't Bumblebee small? Or is he still big?
Yeah, he's still big.
He's still pretty big. He's a car.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest? Optimus? Optimus Prime?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe Herman's going to show me something. You can show me if you want, Herman. You going to show me? No, he's changed his mind. He was going to show me. All right. That's a good one. Now, I want to hear from, let me see. You know what? Let's go to Emily for a second. Emily, what do you like to do when you're not in school?
Draw.
And what do you draw?
Some people like can I show you something?
Sure, you can show me something.
Opaque. Wait.
Okay, let's wait. While we wait for her to get her drawings, does anyone else like to draw here? Anyone else like drawing? Or is it just Emily? Let me look. Oh, Victor likes to draw. Okay, Victor likes to draw too. I'm going to come and ask you in a second. Oh, isn't that nice? Wow, you drew that?
This one.
Who is that? Now it looks a little bit like, is that a little bit like Princess Peach or no? Wow. Wow. You are very talented, Emily. Do you take classes for it or you just do that on your own?
I just do that. I
Wow.
learned that how do you say Valio.
Very nice. Very nice. Looks like you're using pencils to make those drawings.
Yeah,
Nice.
because I don't like painting.
Ah, my youngest son. I have two sons, by the way. He loves to paint.
I don't like paint.
You don't like to paint. Oh, you like to paint. Oh,
No, I don't like.
you don't like paint either. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. And Emily, do you get, what do you do with these pictures once you have them? Do you give them to people as gifts or do you just keep them for yourself?
Actually, I draw some like this drawer to my classmate. Like this drawer to my classmate.
Oh, very.
I drew that to my classmate.
Did she like it?
Yeah.
Yes, nice, nice. I have a painting of myself that someone did for me. It's very nice when somebody does that, I think. Very cool, Emily, very cool. Now, I should mention, just before we ask, who am I going to next? I think I'm going to Victor next. But before I leave, I should just let you know what I liked about Herbert and Herman's answer about what they like to do out of school was that Herbert grabbed something to show us. Always good to show something. And they both spoke very excited. They got excited about what they liked. Emily did the same thing. She went and got us examples and showed us on camera. I've had some people, when they come to show on camera, they go, here, look at this, teacher. And they pull it over. And I can't see it in time. So Emily, I like that you held it up for a second before you flipped the page to show us. And I also like that you told us who the drawing was of. That was very cool. Now let's hear from Victor, because Victor said he likes to draw. What do you like to draw, Victor? People or other things?
I don't really draw, I just sketch sometimes. I like to play like piano, classical piano music.
Very nice. Now, be honest with me. You like going to piano lessons? Oh, okay, good. I've had some students tell me they don't like piano. You like it?
I sometimes like it.
Yeah, I can hear, I can feel that. Now, is there an instrument you would like to learn that you don't know yet?
Violin.
Oh,
Teacher, I learned violin.
oh, maybe,
I have one violin.
maybe Oliver could teach you. Very nice. I love both of those, violin and piano. Piano, I find relaxing.
Teacher,
Do you,
see this?
nice, Oliver. Very nice. I love violins. They're very nice. Very nice music out of them. How long have you been playing piano, Victor?
3 or 4 years.
Wow, that long already. Very cool. Very cool. Well, you must like it if you keep going. That's great. I wish I learned a musical instrument. I never did. If I could do one, I would want to learn guitar. Now,
Oh,
I have an honest question for you, Victor. Do you think old people can learn musical instruments? Could I learn to play guitar? Even though
my dad played guitar in 40
dad-
years old.
Oh. Victor, what do you think?
Yeah, my brother plays guitar.
So there's hope for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad there's hope. Maybe I can do this one year. One year I'll come to class and I'll strum guitar. Very nice. Okay. Let's go to Oliver since he's the violin player. Oliver, do you like to do violin?
Yeah, and I also play drum set.
Well, look at you. And okay, tell me honestly, which one would you rather play? If your parents came to you and said, "Oh, Oliver, we can only have you learn one instrument," which one would you choose? Tough choice.
Yeah,
Tough choice. Which one have you played the longest?
drum set.
Drum set.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 years.
Wow. And why did you want to do drum set?
Because when I was small, I see those people use those sticks hitting the drum, and I think it is,
Cool.
yeah.
It's the coolest part of a band is that drummer just kind of giving it. And their head is, they always have long hair, so the long hair is flying around. Yeah, I know. The drummers are cool. Yes, very much so. Now, is there something else beyond music that you like to do outside of school, Oliver?
Watching movies.
Nice. Nice. Is there any movie lately that you've watched that you think we should watch?
Yesterday, maybe yesterday I watched a movie, Avengers, I watched Avengers.
Wow. And you liked it, of course.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen it before, or was this your first time?
My first time, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Okay. Well, there you go. If anyone hasn't seen Avengers yet, go see it, says Oliver. All right. I'm going to go to my center square, which is occupied by Alexander. Alexander, what do you like to do when you're not at school?
Actually, I also enjoyed reading, but yeah, these days I'm reading the Shakespeare series, but I think I prefer the nonfiction ones more.
And why do you like nonfiction?
Yeah, I think because it can help me to get more knowledge about the world, about many types of knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can learn a ton of things in books, obviously.
Indeed.
I do. I like nonfiction too. Has to be about a subject I enjoy, though. I won't read something that's not. Let me see if I've got one here. Oh, this was an interesting one. Now, I don't know. This might be this one was interesting because it talked about why do we have habits? Why do people have habits with things? Good habits and bad habits. It was a very interesting book because it explained why we, do these things that sometimes are not good for us, like gambling or smoking.
Yeah.
And this explains why we have these habits. And sometimes it's complicated why we have them. But anyway, that was an interesting nonfiction book I read. I really enjoyed that one. So nonfiction is pretty cool. Okay, who haven't we heard? Oh, Devin. We haven't heard from Devin. What's Devin like to do when he's not in school? Oh, Devin's microphone again. Oh.
Reading books.
Read books.
Yes.
Nice. Now, do you have a favorite book or author or type of book?
Not, I have no my favorite, but I think I like all the books. Yeah.
Nice,
favorite.
Devin. No favorites, but he likes lots of books.
Yes.
I like that, Devin. I like that. And I just realized I didn't give feedback to everybody who gave answers. So let me quickly go back. I like that Victor smiled when he talked about his music. Why is smiling good when you talk? Does anyone know why it's better to say things with a smile than to say them with a frown? Yes, Emily, what does Emily think?
I don't want to say something. I just, no.
Oh, I thought you wanted to say something. Well, as you probably noticed there, when I smile and I talk, my voice is lighter. It sounds happier. When I'm frowning and talking, it can sound like I'm grumpy. And we never want to sound grumpy when we do our talking. So Victor, good job with your smiles. Alexander, I like that Alexander gave us more details than what I asked for. I just said, what does he like to do? And he told us reading. He told us what books he's currently reading, which is Shakespeare. And then he told us what he really likes to read. So he gave us 3 things from my one question. Good job, Alexander, giving us more. And then Devin, there is a challenge that we all have. I had it today at the start of class. I couldn't get onto my computer to share my screen. Devin's having challenges with his microphone tonight. It happens. But how do we overcome? How do we still communicate even though our technology may not work? I want to recommend or thank Devin for trying. And I can see him moving closer to his microphone, which is really cool because you want to be able to hear the person when they're talking. So very, very good job from Devin. Now, I could say one thing that everybody has to work on is there were some filler words tonight. Some of you went, some of you went, ah. Nobody did it crazy amount, but there was enough of them that they were noticeable. And some of us took a long time to answer. That can be a challenge for people. Let me demonstrate. Who would like to ask me a question? It could be about anything. Does anyone have a question for teacher? Victor does. Okay, Victor, hit me with your question.
Do you have a pet?
Do I have a pet? Do I have a pet? No.
You just wasted lots of seconds.
I took a long time to answer that, which is not good because it makes other people feel like, oh boy, this is taking a long time to answer. The other thing I did that wasn't very good. Well, you tell me. There was one other thing I did that wasn't very good besides taking too long. What else didn't I do that I should have done? Does anyone know?
You were mumbling.
Well, a little bit, Victor. I kept saying, do I have a pet? Do
You
I
were
have
thinking.
Yeah. I was thinking
Sometimes you
and
cannot.
talking.
Yeah, sometimes when you stand on stage, you cannot think of what question he asking and how to answer.
Exactly, Oliver. Exactly. So you have to be careful with that. And also, I did the opposite of what Alexander did. I just said no. And that was it. I didn't tell you if I would like to have a pet. I didn't tell you if I've ever had a pet. I didn't tell you what kind of pet I would have if I had one. I just said no. And that was it. And that can look rude to people when you give them a one-word answer, when you just say one word. Always better to give them more details than what they asked for. And speaking of that, let me just check my slide and make sure I've got everything here. We did word choice last. I think, now my thing's decided not to work. See? Oh, geez, I jinxed it. No, I didn't. Here it is. Okay. Let's see. What was the last thing on my slide? Body language. Body language. I think everyone today has one screen and one camera. Sometimes people have multiple screens and multiple cameras, or their camera's in one thing, but their screen is in another. And so I see this sometimes with people, is they'll talk like this. Hi, class. Today I'm going to talk to you all about public speaking. Now, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with me looking over here? What's it look like to you when I look over here? Emily, what do you think? If I'm doing class like this, hi class, welcome.
It's like you didn't see me, but it's not very.
Oh, so
Yeah, it's not very polite, really.
Good. It's not good.
No, it's not good.
but
You have to look at the camera. You know, you can't look where you want to look. You got to look at the camera. Same with me looking down at you guys and doing this. If I do it like this, if I'm always looking down on you, you're going to think, oh, what's he looking at? Why is he looking at me? So we have to train ourselves to look at the camera, not anywhere else in the room. Because if we don't look at our camera, it's not good. There's one other, I want to actually, if I can just recognize Herbert and Herman, they look really good on camera because we can see both of them. Devin has a challenge with his camera today.
My gosh.
Because Devin, we're only seeing about this much of his face, right? We're only seeing the top. We're not seeing much of his face. So when there we go. Now Devin's fixing it. Oh, Alexander's the same. Alexander's given us more of his face, but we have this. Can't see his mouth. You have to be careful. And I understand sometimes you're on devices where your parents are using them. So the camera's set up for your parent, not for you. Although I think Victor has a pretty cool chair there. Victor, is that where you game? Do you game in that chair?
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. Very cool gaming chair. Victor, I can see everything. He's a little far away from his camera, but at least I can see him, which is good. Emily's camera very good. The only issue with Emily's camera is the light that's right above her head can make it sometimes hard to see her. But in terms of seeing her body, we can see her body. And if she was to use her hands, like she did with her drawings, we can see her properly. Okay, well, that was a bit of an overview of what public speaking is all about. And again, I'm going to go around the room. I want you to tell me, what's one thing you learned tonight that maybe you didn't know before you started class? Is there a thing? Hopefully there's one thing you learned. I'll look to see, does anyone want to raise a hand to tell me what they learned? Or should I just pick people? Okay, I'm going to pick someone. Oh, no, Oliver's got his hand up. Oliver, what's one thing you learned tonight?
I learned the filler words.
Nice. I love that. So, you know, you have to be careful with those and remind yourself, oh, I just said one. Very good. I like that, Oliver. Nice. All right. Who would like to go next and share something they've learned tonight or today? Because some of you, it's daytime. Okay, now I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to go to Mr. Gamer, Victor. Victor, what's one thing you learned tonight?
I learned that to talk with a lot of details.
Nice. Love that one. That's a good one to learn. Yeah, always offer more details in your answers. People will like talking to you when you can give them more details. Uncle Michael's clapping. Nice. Let's go to Alexander. Did Alexander learn anything tonight?
Well, of course. I think I learned the crunch word. Actually, I know what I'm saying, but actually I don't know this word, but now I know there's a word called crunch word that describes the, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. It's always good to have new terms, know new things. And yes, crutch word, filler word, those are ones you want to limit. I'm not going to say eliminate because I think that's a little too much right now. Just limit them so they're not coming out so often. Very good. Oh, Uncle Michael agrees with me. He's giving me a thumbs up on that one. Okay, good. All right, let's go to who haven't we heard from yet? Emily? Did we hear from Emily yet?
Hey.
Emily, what did you learn today?
Today I learned some word like up talk and
yes.
And for this class, right?
Yes, for this class.
Okay.
Yes.
And I learned don't if you're talking to some people, don't like look anywhere, just look to the people.
Nice. Like very good, Emily. Very good. I like that one. Another thumbs up from Uncle Michael. Wow, he's liking all your answers so far. Let's go to Devin. Devin, what's something you learned today in this class?
Yes, I know how is the crunch word and what it is the crunch word mean.
Nice. Another one that knows crutch words now. I love this. Very, very good. Thank you, Devin. And finally, now I don't know if they're frozen. They might be frozen or they're really good at staying still. I'm not sure. Let's see. Herbert and Herman, are you there? You're there. Okay, good. What did you learn tonight, guys? Did you learn anything new tonight? Oh, they keep freezing. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe they're frozen again. Technology, I tell you, we're all having trouble with it. Herbert and Herman? What did you learn today in class?
跟艾米丽一样。
Say that again. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's put it in the chat for them. Oh, hold on. I gotta make it so it goes to everybody. And here we go. What did you learn tonight?
The same to Amy.
Oh, nice. Very nice. There we go. We got an answer from them through all that. And again, technology. Technology is crazy. All right, we've come to the end of our class. We went a little bit longer, but it was so much fun. At least I was having fun. I hope you guys were having fun. Does anyone have questions for me? Don't ask me math questions, though. I'm not good at math questions.
Math question, I can answer it.
Okay, good. Uncle Michael will answer any math questions.
I would be good. I can be a math teacher, Emily. Emily is smiling.